Hello everybody, welcome to a new video. My name is Evi and I read books, and today I got for you guys a reading vlog because I'm obviously back on the floor and that's where I'm always at when I'm doing a reading vlogs. So this is going to be a 24-hour reading vlog with a timer method. So I'm going to put a timer for 24 hours and try to read as quickly as possible 24 hours in a row. Or not in a row, like on an you know how this works. A lot of people have been doing it. I've been thinking first to do like the actual 24-hour reading, but I just love my sleep, and I know my sleep is really important also for my mental health. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna deprive myself of sleep because I need that. It is already 11 o'clock, and well before noon, so it's still late morning, and I haven't done any reading yet. I haven't actually done anything. I've been cleaning, I've been working out, I've been actually doing that. Wait, did I just spend like 4 hours? I'm awake for 5 hours already. Okay, never mind. So I'm currently on a work break for like this entire week, and I thought this was the best way to do it. Honestly, I tried this I think in August, but August wasn't the best month physically because I've been sick quite a couple of weeks or a couple of days, so I think half of the month combined I was sick, so I wasn't really feeling like filming, and I was also working at the time, and I just realized that it's gonna be such a long video and I forgot to vlog and I wasn't on top of my game. So I'm gonna try to be on top of my game right now. So the timer method is obviously put a timer for 24 hours, and every time you read you press start, every time you stop reading you press pause, obviously, and you'll see just how long it takes you to read 24 hours. Because I'm obviously on a work break and I do not have that many plans currently, I might think I could, well, let's just say I estimated to do it in 4 days. Let's just see if I can do it by Thursday. I don't know because Wednesday is a busy day. I don't have that many hours. Like afternoon is filled, before noon a little filled, but let's just talk about what I'm reading. I am currently reading a non-fiction book. I'm still, by the way, reading Finley Donovan is Killing It. I've been really slow with that one. I might even prioritize it at the end of this month, or if I finish my TBR I will read that one first before starting a non-TBR book. But I still have 4 books with this one on my TBR, but I'm still reading, I don't know if I talked about it yet. I'm reading Fuck It, Maandag 60 echt, which is a anti-diet book of like a Belgian dietitian that I'm reading. So it's my non-fiction read. I try to read 10 pages of non-fiction the least every day, just because I want to learn more, but I know non-fiction you cannot just read on end, like hours on end. So I try to do 10 pages. If I don't get my 10 pages, I'm not mad at myself. I just try it again tomorrow. It's not like it's an obligation, but I just thought, you know what, I do like nonfiction sometimes, and I have been reading, this is the 3rd nonfiction book I think, the past 2 months, and I am really enjoying the months that I have read. And then for my fiction book, besides Finley Donovan is Killing It, I'm also reading The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is the 3rd one in the Inheritance games. I thought it was a trilogy, but apparently there's 4 books, so it's going to be a series, I guess, then. And I am 72 pages in. I started this, I think, a week ago, and I just was so slow on it. I don't know why. I always have that. Like, if I don't binge the beginning, I sometimes get really slow into books, but if I read like a couple of chapters in the beginning, like straight away, I mostly fall into the story. I am into the story right now. I don't know, I wanted to game and watch TV more, I guess. making a caramel macchiato because I made this protein coffee with unflavored protein and a vanilla macchiato because I was like, you know what, that's gonna be great. Because I just feel like, I like to drink a macchiato once in a while, but I just don't really handle coffee that well all the time, or like regular milk, not always, but sometimes I just enjoy it, and it's like a little me time. It's not like I'm intolerant. I just don't always take it well enough. That's why I just drink like one coffee a week, maybe even, not even that, I think. I'm a big tea drinker and I love tea, but I just felt like I want a coffee. But I tried that protein coffee and I was planning on like testing it in the vlog, but I actually just licked the spoon where I was mixing it with, and it was disgusting. Like I literally did not like it. So I ended up just pouring it away because I was like not ever gonna try drinking that even. Oh, even though it has protein. There are many ways to get protein in. I just have some protein power packets that I thought, you know what, maybe it's nice to have them, to use them. But no, that was not the way to use them. I will see if there are other things like protein pancakes and everything, or things, because I'm not a protein shake drinker. Not always, like maybe in a smoothie I do sometimes, but it's not like I need to have protein. I just like to do that on days when I have been to the gym. Get a little bit of extra never hurts, I think. Because I also eat a lot of vegetarian stuff, so it could always be better. But anyways, I thought, you know what, a caramel macchiato is way better. So I'm gonna start reading now. And I'm gonna start with my nonfiction book for at least 10 pages, and then Final Gambit. And I am gonna put my timer on. I completely almost forgot. Okay, it's Tuesday, and yesterday I messed up miserably because I still have 23 hours and 40 minutes to go. Yeah, let's just say, yesterday in the late afternoon I had a little appointment thing going, and that actually triggered my anxiety, and when I'm really like triggered a little, I just can't really sit still or do anything. My glasses were really dirty, so I couldn't hardly see through them, so I'm gonna clean them. But then I'm like, want more brainless activities, so I can't concentrate. So I ended up like fidgeting most of the day. That's just how it goes to me. I know sometimes it happens, and then I just know I don't need to force myself to do anything. I just need to try to get a little bit more calmer and a little bit more in my own space. Sometimes reading helps. Yesterday was a day that reading did not help, but today's a new day, and normally no exciting anxiety triggering stuff. Well, I do have a lunch appointment with a friend, but that's okay. I mean, it's just lunch with a friend, so I have no clue if it's gonna take a long time. It's right now 8 o'clock in the morning, so I still have an entire day ahead of me. I've been meal planning. I've been thinking maybe I'm gonna go to the grocery store, maybe not today. Otherwise, I will have to go tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, at least, because I think my meal plan actually starts the day after tomorrow. Well, I always plan a couple of days. I don't really plan. I used to plan every week, like every Monday to Sunday, but sometimes I just, like right now, I think I planned Thursday to Thursday because I still had some leftover meals that I could make. I always just look when the end of my planned meals are, what I have left, or what I can make out of the freezer or out of the fridge. So, you know, I just don't accumulate a lot of food. Which means yesterday I read like a chapter in the Final Gambit and like my 10 pages of nonfiction. So today I'm gonna start with my nonfiction again, and then I read the Final Gambit. If I'm correctly, I think I still have to read like 6 hours of the Final Gambit, and that's finished. So I'm gonna finish that one. Not today. Maybe not tomorrow, because tomorrow I don't really have that much time, only in the evening. So my plans are busier than I thought, but that's normal with, like, you know, having breaks. I said yesterday, I'm gonna finish this by Thursday, or Thursday the least. I am not gonna do that. Right now, I'm not confident I'm not gonna do it, but I'm just gonna prioritize reading as much as I can without burning myself out. Because the biggest reason why I'm doing the timer method is because I'm afraid that if I do the actual 24-hour method, that I'm gonna burn myself out. And I do not want that, because I finally got out of a reading slump and I love reading again. Well, I not hated reading, but I just read a lot less at the beginning of this year. So I do not want to get back into forcing myself to read and not reading good books and just reading, but more feeling like other things. Like I said, I was in a slump for a long time. And I think the last couple of months I'm out of that slump, and I do not want to go back. So I'm not going to force myself. If I feel like I'm straining myself to read, I'm going to stop. But I do not have that feeling. I just need to get onto my couch, pick my book up, and start. Because I want to do all this other stuff that I want to do. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a cup of tea, and I'm going to start reading. Okay, let's have a little talk. I'm sucking with this challenge. It's right now almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've just read 2 hours for my 24 hours in 2 days. I mean, I'm gonna continue on this challenge because that's why I chose the timer method, because then I could just read until I got it and not force myself to read a lot. But I felt like I have been reading quite a lot today, but then my timer says not so, which is weird. I mean, I obviously have been planning and like having a Notion database being set up, or like setting a Notion database up for myself. I just bought one, and then there was an updated version, and I just didn't really know this. Well, I was just dumb because I already deleted my old one and just got the new one because, like I said, it was an updated version, so I didn't have to pay for it. And now I have to set it all up again. So next time there is a newer version, I'm just gonna ask the maker, like, is there a way to just pick the newer version, but like everything you already filled in to transfer that? Because it would be so stupid every time there's an update that I have to like reset it up all over again. But I'm still reading the Final Gambit. I'm almost halfway through. I am really enjoying it. I'm really getting into the story too. I think yesterday I said like I'm still at the beginning and I don't really know yet what I'm liking about it, but I am really liking it. I am into the story. I'm into the mystery. I'm really wondering what's happening. But I feel like I'm less intrigued into this one than I was in the second one, but I'm still really intrigued. So it's probably still going to be a 3.5, maybe even a 4. The other one I think was a 4.5, and the first one I think was also a 4.5 or even a 5. So they're really good books and really mysterious and everything. I just I'm wondering how the story's gonna go, because there are like a lot of questions and a lot of things happening, and I'm just going along with it. I'm like, sometimes the mysteries I try to solve it, but right now I just don't. I know with these books I'm not gonna know or not gonna solve it before. so I'm just gonna go like with the flow of the book. I am liking it. I also feel like I want to read like a short book or something. I don't know. I just I'm undecisive with what I want to do, but also what I want to read. According to my booklet, I still have to read 4 hours. So if I manage to do that, which I plan on trying to do that, I can finish this one today. I also have a little cramp in my hand, and I don't know if it's from playing video games or if it's from holding my book. So I maybe switch to my ebook version, but the ebook version is the Dutch one. And I don't really have issues with reading the Dutch versions, obviously. But I am liking the book. That's a little bit of an update. So I'm gonna make another cup of tea. I think it's my 4th cup already. I love tea, okay? And fall is coming, so I love tea more. Or like I drink a lot of more tea than water. But I'm gonna continue on reading, and I just wanted to update you guys because I was like this morning, I'm gonna read the entire day, and then I have a lunch date with one of my best friends, but we rescheduled that one because she wasn't feeling well. So I had nothing to do today, and I ended up, I have no clue what I have done because there are so many hours have passed. And apparently I haven't been reading that much, or I forgot my timer, but I'm pretty sure I did not forget my timer. So some time flew by without reading, and I don't know what I've been doing because I haven't been scrolling TikTok or anything. I have been watching a little bit of YouTube, but that's what was during my lunch and a little after. But like, time flew by, and I just don't really know how it happened. Okay, it's Wednesday morning, and I remember saying to you guys Monday, like by Thursday, I'm gonna have, no, by Tuesday, I'm gonna have finished my 24 hours. I am not gonna have finished my 24 hours because that would mean I need to read 10 hours today, and I'm not even home for like 6 or 7 hours, or maybe even more. So I have managed to read until 20 hours and 27 minutes, which I did read like 3 hours yesterday. A little more even on my audiobook, but I've been like doing some organization stuff because yesterday I was like, I do not know what happened with my time. I've just been, like, a part of my day just went by without me doing actually anything or anything that I could remember doing. But I think that's just because I've spent a lot of time on Notion trying to organize stuff, because I did purchase a Notion database once and I filled it in and then I didn't really use it anymore, and now there was an updated version and I was like, you know what, I do want to try to use it. I ended up changing my outfit, which is really nice. It's just an oversized, like, royal blue, I think this is. Blazer, black, sleeved short, and a gray pants. But I am so ready for fall, and I know it's still pretty good weather out. It's like sun is shining, and I don't want it. Like, I want fall because I'm a fall girly. So yes, I have not been reading that much. I think I've read like a half hour. But I want fall, and I want more blazery vests, I think, in color. I mean, I do like color, because lately I've been implementing a lot more color stuff in my closet, and I know I'm probably gonna be too warm today, but I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna wear a jacket over this. This is gonna be my jacket for today. But I just like it, and I did not know. Normally it came with a pants, but my hips are too wide for the pants, so I'm gonna see if one of my sisters fit it and she wants them, because obviously, yes, I am a girl who works in an office job, but I'm not planning on wearing like a dress pants and a blazer. Okay, I just finished the final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Lawrence. I haven't rated it yet, but I think it's gonna be a high 3.5, low 4-star, because the second half of it was really good, and I was really back into the story a lot more. than I thought I was. But I'm actually just sitting in front of my bookshelf because I have my TBR basket here and I still have 3 more books on there, which is Escaping from Houdini, How to Kill Your Family, and Take a Hint, Danny Brown. And I honestly don't really know which one I'm gonna start. Or I don't even know if I'm gonna start one right now because it's 9 o'clock and I think I have to read like 17 to 18 hours more for the challenge. So I might start that one, but I might also just play a little bit of video games or something. I'm not 100% sure. But I have to actually finish these 3 books for my, because I picked them for my TBR. I have no clue what I'm thinking. I think I might check if I have to Take a Hint, Danny Brown, also on an ebook version. In case I feel like starting it later at night or something that I can swap formats, because sometimes I like swapping formats once it's like later at night, or when I'm like in my bed. I know I am still reading Finlay Donovan actually as my bedtime book, but then I obviously still have How to Kill Your Family, which is my most recent purchase and pretty small font. And then this one is the one I think I have the longest on my shelf. This is the 3rd one in Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I like this one, but I do also have the feeling, if I remember correctly, that the writing style was sometimes a little bit more difficult because it was like 18th century or 19th century, 1800, whatever. I am having a brain fart right now. You know what? No, I'm gonna grab my phone and I'm gonna randomly spin. You know what? I'm gonna do 3. I'm gonna put all these 3 names in this random spinner and I'm just gonna spin which book I'm gonna read. You know what? I'm gonna pick all 3 of them and I'm gonna let that random word generator generate my book title. Got all 3 of them in here and then you tap to spin. And I have no clue which one is which, so Escaping from Houdini. Okay, nope, that's good. That's good. Maybe that's the best choice. So these 2 are gonna go back in the basket. This one is gonna be a red. Escaping from Houdini is the 3rd one in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, which is a series about a young girl in the late 1800s who, well, is trying to solve this case about mysterious killings happening. Obviously, we're at the 1800s, so women aren't really that representative and worthy of any opinions or anything. So it's really a nice, a different timeline, a different adventure. The only thing I realized, it was sometimes a little bit more of a difficult writing style, the first 2, but I enjoyed the story so much that I could go over it, and I think it was like a necessity of the author to have this more difficult writing style because it portrayed the time period more. That's what I remember. I have read the first one like I think 3 or 4 years ago. The second one maybe it's a year or 2. So it's been a while. So I really have to go on with this books. Okay. It's Thursday morning. I remember Monday saying like I'm gonna finish this challenge by Thursday at the latest. I am not gonna do that. It's right now 10:41 in the morning and I still have to read 17 hours and 38 minutes, which is like, it's not gonna happen today for reading 17 hours. But I do have to say, yesterday I did read a lot more than I thought I would be reading, and the day before yesterday I think I read 3 hours. Yesterday I think almost 3. Today I only have that lunch date with one of my best friends and I have no clue how long that's gonna take, so I have no idea how much during the day I will be reading. She will be here in like 1.5 hours. So I am gonna read a little right now. Yesterday I picked out Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco, so that's what I'm gonna start. I have read for like 10-ish minutes in my nonfiction book, which is still the As High Diet book. Nothing changed on that front. I slept in a little bit today, and this morning was really weird because, well, yesterday I was with my mom and my sisters, and they were like, "Are you crazy for waking up at 6 a.m. when you're having a week off?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just don't know, I like it." And then today I think I woke up around 7:30, 8-ish, and I felt the entire morning like something was wrong. Like my brain was scattered all over the place. I didn't know how to wake up anymore, I guess. And I think I always have that when I sleep longer than the normal amount that I sleep. Not that if I sleep in there's a problem with me, like I can function and I'm not tired, obviously. But I just think like tomorrow I'll just wake up at 6 again. Like if I have plans in the evening and I know I'm gonna be up late or gonna be tired, like I need sleep, then I will obviously sleep in longer. But at this moment, my body is okay with waking up at 6 a.m. or around 6-ish. Good morning, everybody. It's a Friday morning right now. It is like 7:05 in the morning. I literally just woke up like 30 minutes ago or something. I'm a bit tired. Well, tired. I'm like just not awake yet. I'm not tired. Today I don't really have anything planned. My groceries are coming because I ordered them because I didn't really feel like going to the grocery store, and I had enough money, like the minimum amount of money needed. So you know what? I'm gonna just order them. So today I don't actually have to leave my house. I do not have to do anything. Just a little bit of cleaning and household work, because like actually I'm looking at my dishes right now and I'm like, oh gosh, I think I haven't done that in 3 days, and I was like, I'm gonna do them every single day. But then I'm currently still reading Escaping from Houdini. I am liking it more than I thought I would like it, but I'm like 50 pages in or so. I'm not that far in, but I am liking it more than I thought I would. I'm at page 58, so that's not much. Then I'm at page 193 from 306 from the anti-diet book. So like I said, I'm slowly progressing through that one. Finley Donovan, I haven't really been reading. Yesterday I thought, yes, I'm gonna read some Finley Donovan, but then I ended up just texting my friends and actually not reading anything. I was pretty tired yesterday also when I came back. So I still have 16 hours left to read. Like I said, Escaping from Houdini, I am liking it more than I thought I would like it, because I thought always the writing style was a little like not bad or difficult, but just a little bit less my style, and right now I don't really have that issue with it. I do also have to say that I'm at this very moment I just want a little quick fix. And I just feel like Escaping from Houdini is a pretty slow-paced book, because I think my book list says I still have to read for 10 hours or so, or 9 hours. So it's and I feel like I just want a little quick fix. And for my quick fixes, I always have like this, well, I have a subscription service on my Kobo e-reader. And there are some Dutch novellas from Dutch authors that I have on there that I want to read. I know mostly they're like pretty average and not the best, but they are great for like moments you want to have something quick to read. And I feel like I want to start off my day with that. Okay, it's currently almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I still have to read for 14 hours and 10 minutes. 14 hours and 49 minutes. My day went a little bit different than expected. A little bit like this entire week has already been. Today I could have started reading like around 8 o'clock in this morning and just read the entire day. But I realized that today I'm cooking dinner for like 3 people, I think. But I'm only eating for 1 person, and I was planning on freezing for 2 people. But then I realized I don't really have any jars that are oven safe that are portion size. I have a lot of oven dishes with like lids and everything that you can put in the freezer and fridge and the oven and the microwave and everything, but not like small ones. So this morning I actually just went on a Google search for nice small oven dishes with lids that can go in the oven, the microwave, the fridge, the freezer. So because I'm planning on doing this more often, because I'm not a person who likes to like really meal plan and eat like all the time the same things, but I do think it's really nice to have a little bit of like stuff in your freezer. And I used to do like cook for 2 days. Like I cook like on Monday, and then Tuesday I ate the same thing as Monday, and so also my ingredients don't run bad, because a lot of times things are for like 2 or 4 people, and for 1 person it's just like you have half a carrot, half a bell pepper. It's just not nice, not easy, not nice, and then I have to figure stuff out to cook with those ingredients. So I decided if there are dishes that I can freeze, I'll just cook it for the amount of people, or for like 2 people maybe, or this I think was for 3 people, and I'll just freeze it so I don't throw stuff out. I got easy meals like for a couple of times a week. or for lazy days or sick days that are just easy. So that's actually how my morning kind of got spent. And then around lunchtime, my groceries arrived, and there was an issue with my groceries. Like half of my groceries weren't deliverable because something happened wrong. Something went wrong with their supplier or something. And they didn't really notify me, so I only had like half of the groceries that I got. So I needed to go to the grocery store, and I don't really like doing groceries. To be completely honest, I love cooking, but I don't like groceries. I did finish that novella, and I gave it 3.5 stars. This was one of the better novellas of that series. Well, they're always different authors, and I have read one novella, I think, of this author, but this one was a better one. It was a 3.5 star, which is something I don't really give novellas that often, because I like to get to know people and get to know stories, and obviously with a novella, you have like 100 pages, so it's not really much world, story, or character building, but I did think this one was pretty good. There were some issues with it, like it was, trigger warning, it talked about like sexual assault, and sometimes the way the characters responded to that, I was like, really? Like, your friend is coming at your place? Like, is that really how 16-year-olds respond? Like, it's been a long time since I was 16, so maybe I would have responded the same, although I don't think so. I hope if I was 16, I wouldn't respond the way some characters initially respond to the story. But then again, I have no clue how 16-year-olds are right now. So I did really enjoy it. And it was a nice story, and it was nice to have a little bit of a fast-paced book between it. I am going to continue on with haunting, with escaping from Houdini. I am thinking of maybe seeing if there is an ebook version of it that is on a decent price, because sometimes if I don't feel like sometimes slow-paced books, I read them faster on a Kindle or my Kobo, just because you can see how many minutes you still have to read. But I don't really buy books double, or it's like really cheap, so I hope I can find a decent price, and maybe I can see if I get through better on my Kobo, because I do really like the story and I am really intrigued in it. Something is just holding me back, or is it just because I feel like it's a slow-paced book, and I don't know. That's why I wanted a fast-paced one in between. So that's one thing I'm gonna only Google that. I'm not gonna dive back into Google searches for containers. I know which containers. IKEA is the place to go. Okay, it's currently Saturday, and I still have 13 hours and 27 minutes to read. I don't have plans until tonight. It's already 10:30 in the morning, I know. I've been actually pretty productive. Like, I've been cleaning, I've been working out, I've been meal planning, prepping. Well, no, not meal planning. I've been meal planning, but like setting up some Notion database that I got like months ago, but I never really took the time to actually set it up. So I'm slowly setting it more up. So I haven't read anything. I was listening to a podcast while doing all those stuff. So right now I don't really have anything planned until like probably 8ish tonight. So I have a lot of time to read, and my intention is to actually read after my little meditation moment that I'm gonna have, like after filming this clip. Then again, I have showered after my workout, and threw out the same clothes as yesterday because I don't know what I'm gonna wear tonight, and I had to make myself ready. And I thought I could stretch my hair for one day, but it's not. I put a ton of dry shampoo in there, and it's just itchy and annoying. So I will be washing and showering again somewhere tonight, or like before tonight, so somewhere in the afternoon. But like I said, my intention is to read. I'm currently still reading Escaping from Houdini. I'm 108 pages in. I have transferred to the ebook version for a while, and I have to say it is really nice to read the ebook version. I did transfer to the ebook version of this one, but because sometimes if I read like a slow-paced book as an ebook, I tend to read quicker or more, because it pushes me like, oh, a couple of minutes before the next chapter, oh this, oh that, and then I end up reading a lot quicker, because a physical book obviously does not tell me how long I still have to read to finish a chapter. I might just switch again during the day So the physical one, maybe I'll just read the ebook one. Currently my e-reader is charging, so I'm just gonna let it charge and not drag all the charging cables and stuff in here because I don't have any charging systems close by, or I have to pick like the big charging set and put it somewhere near me. Okay, it's been a pretty weird week because I'm currently with my LED, with my UV lamp. I have no clue what type of lamp this is, for my nails at least, because I just felt like, you know, I haven't done my nails for so long, and I do like when they're done, but I just never really took the time to do them properly a lot of the times. So I got all of my nail polishes and all of the goods that I need for it. And I think I'm just gonna put on a little podcast or a YouTube video in the background and do my nails. I know it's not reading, but I cannot read while doing my nails, obviously, and I just feel like I want to. It's just, like I said, it's been a weird week because I do have the intention of reading, and I have read quite a lot. I mean, I'm almost halfway through this challenge. 12 hours and 41 minutes still to go. So I am really having the intention of I want to read. It's just, for some reason, my brain is a little scattered and I want to do a lot of different stuff because I'm having a week off and I can get my life back in track, and the reading just is less than I anticipated of. I still have 2 books left on my TBR too, so I actually do have to start reading a little more. Well, I don't have to. If I don't finish my TBR, I'm okay with that. But at this moment, I'm also like, is it even an interesting video anymore? Because like, I suck at it because I just clock when I read. I don't really push myself to read for 24 hours. Okay, it's right now almost 6 o'clock in the evening. I just, what am I doing? I'm just over halfway through this challenge. We're 6 days into this challenge. I thought I would be done earlier. Let's be honest. I thought I would be done like Thursday, not Tuesday. But it's not. And I'm just gonna continue on reading until I read 24 hours. I'm not gonna put a timing on it or an estimated date. Monday I start work, so I probably will read less, or maybe I'll read more. I don't know. I have tried this challenge, but then I forgot like to vlog 3 or 4 days of it, so I just never did it. I do know when I'm working, I have more of a routine, and I think it might be easier to actually read a lot more because I have that routine. Right now, I just have a day that I don't really have plans, or some small plans, and I just don't know what to do, and my brain was all over the place, and I was all over the place. So I think that's the main reason. While even during a week off, I'm still taking more than 6 days to read for 24 hours. And that's okay. Maybe in a half year or maybe in a couple of months, if I do this challenge again, I would do it like in a couple of days, and that's also okay. The reason why I started the timer method was simply because of the fact that you don't have a set amount of time you have to finish it. Some people do it in a couple of days, some people do it in weeks. And that's okay. I just wanted to show myself, and record it apparently, that it's okay to just sort of prioritize reading but still have fun with it. And I am a person, yes, I set my Goodreads goal, I think, to 80 or something. And yes, I put goals and I track my reading in multiple different places because I love the statistics. But I'm also a person who rather just enjoys one great book than read 50 average books. I do have read already over 50 books, but it's all about the fun. The same thing with making these videos and making TikToks and making Instagram posts, which I suck at with consistency, but I just do it because I like it and not because I feel like I need to. And this challenge is actually showing me, like, you know what? Just do whatever you want, and it's okay to be loving reading, prioritizing reading a little more over other activities that you might want to do. and just feel that love for reading again than to push through reading a ton. And that's what I'm actually doing currently. Okay, it's Sunday, and Sundays are mostly lazy Sundays for me. It's already 1 o'clock in the afternoon because I went out yesterday and I slept in, and I'm most of the time, like, I'm not hungover because I don't really drink alcohol, but I do have days that I'm completely tired and not productive, and those are my lazy Sundays. And sometimes on those days, I can just read a lot or do a lot of stuff, and sometimes I have days that I just cannot. Is one day that I'm not really sure if I'm going to be reading a lot or if I'm going to be tired a lot and just hang in at my couch. Currently, I'm feeling quite okay. Like, I'm tired, but I'm not, like, exhausted, and I still have to read 11 hours and 44 minutes for my challenge. It's going to take me over a week, and I just know that, and I already accepted it. I think yesterday I already told you guys I accept that. It's going to take longer than I expected, but that's okay. I am enjoying what I'm reading and what I'm doing. That's more important. I am still reading my nonfiction anti-diet book, And Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco. Okay, it's Sunday evening. I have no clue where my phone is here. I still have to read for 10 hours and 24 minutes. I will be reading a little bit more. It's right now 8:30 in the evening. I will be reading a little bit more today somewhere. I'm currently just editing this video already. Just because last time I vlogged, I was mad at myself because I had hours of footage to edit, and I have edited a little bit already, and now I'm just a little bit editing more. I should be catching up on it a little more often. I'm also going to participate in the Bookathon or Spookathon next month, and I might just do weekly vlogs because I'm also going to do the rolls as you go and not make an actual TBR for it. So I thought maybe weekly vlogs would be great. I'm hoping to get this vlog up Saturday the 30th or around that weekend at least. So we'll see. Okay, it's currently Monday evening, 7 o'clock, and I still have to read for 10 hours and 24 minutes, which means I've been spending at least 1 week with this vlog. I'm gonna keep this update quite short because I haven't read anything yet today. I'm gonna start reading my nonfiction book and then my fiction book, still the same as yesterday, but yesterday I actually edited the complete vlog that I already had, like all of the footage, and I think I already ended up like 40 or 50 minutes almost. So I'm gonna try to keep my updates a little shorter, and I'm just gonna go with the flow. I have no clue what I'm gonna do today, if I'm gonna read more or like a lot, or if I'm just gonna read a little bit and watch some TV, or I don't know. Okay, it's Tuesday, the 26th of September, and I still have to read for 9 hours. It's already 8:15 in the evening. I am gonna read a little more because I was just watching a couple of reading sprints, or like I started them, and then I realized, you know what, this was what I needed, a little sprinting to motivate me to read more, because today was a little bit of a difficult day. Well, a difficult day not in reading wise, but I just had some news that I just didn't really like that much, and I didn't really know how to deal with it, and mostly I just stare at the TV or try to get my mind off things on those days. And I thought, you know what, no, because I am really good with reading, and I really do want to finish those 9 hours I still have to read as quickly as possible. So I decided to put on some reading sprints and read. I just did one sprint because I was still in the middle of a sprint that I started, I think, yesterday or the day before yesterday. So I just finished that sprint actually, and I might just regularly read right now. And if I feel like I do want another sprint, I might just Google one, because, everybody's sprinting all the time. So I'm pretty sure I can find a different sprint to follow. Although a lot of the reading sprints that are happening are for like readathons I'm not participating in, but that doesn't matter. I'm just gonna see. I try to read at least a couple of chapters still in Escaping from Houdini. I still need to read 5 more hours for that one. So during this challenge, I'm supposed to finish this one. You guys are currently in my kitchen. I have no clue where I put my phone. I will grab them really quickly. Sometimes I had to do dishes yesterday, but I didn't do it because I didn't feel like it. Like I said, yesterday wasn't the best day because I had some news that I didn't really know how to cope with, but that's all resolved right now, or sort of resolved. But I'm also bending over because my tripod is not working with me. Anyways, I still need to read 8 hours and 40 minutes. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon because I have a half day off. I'm gonna have that much more often the next month because I'm probably transferring to a different job. Sort of the same setting, but just a little bit of a different department, and that's why I have to have all my vacation days. I have to take them all, and I still have a lot. But the reason why I'm in my kitchen is for this. These are bananas, and they're so ripe, and I love ripe bananas for baking, but also for eating. But this is like, these are not for eating anymore. These are purely for baking, and they have been for a couple of days just waiting for me to make a banana bread or a banana muffin or something, and I finally decided to make something with it, and now I have no clue what I'm gonna make because I have 2 cookbooks over here with recipes that I want to make. This one is like everything you need, chicks love food. If you're Dutch, they're really nice recipes. But you have here banana bread muffins with apple and cinnamon, which is really fallish. So I'm like, yes, please. And then I just have to see if I still have apples. I think all the rest I got, baking powder, almond meal. I got almonds, so I can make almond meal if I don't have it. And I think I need 2 apples. I think I still have apples for 20 muffins. And obviously you can freeze them, which is amazing. I'm loving freezing stuff. But then, this is one of my newer cookbooks, Corolla's Kitchen. Smackful. I think she's Belgian. But these banana blondies. So they're like banana, chia seeds, milk, vanilla, oil, oatmeal, like oat flour. Well, I'm still reading for 24 hours. It's Thursday right now. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and I still have to read for 4 hours and 32 minutes. Yesterday, I think I have read 4 hours, or approximately 4 hours, or maybe even over 4 hours if I'm correctly, which is a great thing because I did not know that I would accomplish that. But I finished Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco. I do have to say I gave this 3 stars. It's just a really slow-paced book and a slow-paced series. So I only have one more book and I think a novella in the series. I'm not sure even where the novella falls between, so I'm not even sure if I'm going to read it or not. Because mostly I don't really read novellas, but I will search if it falls between the 3rd and the 4th one. I might read it. If it doesn't, I just probably won't read it because I have already read the other parts then. But I do have to say, I did like this story. I think this one and the first one is the ones that I liked more often or more than the others. But then again, I only gave this one 3 stars. And 3 stars is not bad because I know a lot of people are like, 3 stars is really bad. 3 stars is for me is just averagely and good. It's like, I probably won't reread you, or I probably won't recommend you, like, depending on what you're asking. If you're asking a specific historical historical non-dual timeline type of mystery, yes, then I would recommend this entire series, obviously, because I don't really read any other historical mysteries type of books then. But I do have to say, by the way, my nail got off yesterday already, I think. But anyways, it's like, I don't dislike these books, and I do love the covers. They do really have pretty covers, in my opinion. I'm not always a big fan of people on the cover, but like when it's like this way, it is, because yes, there's a person on the cover, and I think it's with every cover that way. But it's not like just a face. I'm okay with like people. And you also see the boat that was on it and the cards that play a big role in it and just everything. The last couple of years I've been using Cowpile, Escape type of rating systems, and not just, oh, I liked it, I gave it that. And I think the first one I read was more, I liked it and I gave it that. I do have to say enjoyment is a big factor in me, so I always feel like if I enjoyed a book a lot, I will try to get it into a higher rating than if I didn't enjoy it. But this is definitely more of a, well, it was a 3-star mainly because of the writing. It's such a slow-paced book, and I don't dislike slow-paced books, but I am more of a medium slash fast-paced kind of girl. Fast-paced also has its downsides, but this one just, it took me so long to read, and it's not like I not wanted to read it because I did enjoy the story. It took me so long. And then again, I still sometimes feel like Audrey is making decisions that I don't want her to make. Like, there is a part where I'm like, you're just a naive young girl. You're not even thinking straight. And it's the 1800s, and everybody's like, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that, but Audrey can. Obviously, I know it's necessary for the story, but yeah. Then again, the mystery evolved, and I didn't really realize that what was gonna happen. I was really tired yesterday, but I just thought like I still needed to read like 2 chapters. I was like, I'm not gonna go to bed. I almost fell asleep. I think the last 2 chapters, but I was not planning on actually falling asleep. By the way, I'm almost ready to go to work, but I was done a little earlier getting ready. So you know what? I'll make an update right now. And what I also will do if my laptop is charged and ready to use is take a hint at Danny Brown, put it in my spreadsheet, and start this one after work today. I picked this one. I still have 2 books on my September TBR. It's the 28th of September when I'm filming this right now. And I still have a couple of books on my TBR for that, but I just know that I won't be able to finish both of them, and this one has been on my TBR the longest. I think I read the first one also a year or 2 ago. If I'm remembering correctly, it's more of a companion and not really a series. This is from the Brown Sisters series, and this is the second one. And I think it was a fake dating type of situation, which is something I do like more. The first one I think was enemies to lovers trope. I do like fake dating most of the times a little more, so I'm thinking I would like this one more than the first one, and I think I gave the first one also 3.5 or 4 stars if I'm remembering it correctly. Okay, it's Friday, and yes, I have not finished reading. I still have to read for 4 hours and 13 minutes. It's taking me more than one and a half week, I guess. But that's okay. I kind of not even sure if I'm gonna call this a challenge still, because it's just more how quickly can I casually read for 24 hours, because let's be honest, we're not challenging anymore. I am still reading my nonfiction book, which is like anti-diet type of book, and I look like a little pale now, and I'm reading Take a Hint, Danny Brown. I just read the prologue yesterday, and I was really tired. I think in the morning I was like, I might finish my challenge, but then I had a really busy work day, and then I just got so tired that I couldn't even read. So I read a little bit in my nonfiction book and a little bit in Danny Brown, like literally a chapter. I might read the majority in Danny Brown today, but I'm gonna start off with reading my nonfiction book and maybe finishing it, because I don't think I have to spend that much time on it still, and mostly I don't really read nonfiction like a lot at once, because then it's too much information. But I think I only need to read like 30 pages or like 30 ebook pages. Yeah, I only have to read like for 30 minutes, so I might just finish my nonfiction book and then I'll search for a new one, because I always want to read like one nonfiction book. Well, not always, but I'm trying to read approximately 10 pages a day. 1 page is also more than enough, but just because I like learning new stuff, and sometimes it's just easier that way. Okay, so I currently still have 1 hour and 21 minutes to go. If I don't forget it, I'll time the ending, but I'm definitely finishing that today because, let's be honest, it is, what, 8:30 in the evening. I am reading Danny Brown, and I am loving Danny Brown. It's also a floppy paperback, which I love. I'm at chapter 7, which is 110 pages in, and I do really enjoy it. I do have to say, if you hear my microwave, I'm sorry, I'm trying to make this mug cake type of situation, but a different one. I have like a standard recipe that I once found online, I think. And I try to swap it with like Oreos in and on top, maybe. We'll see if it works out. I'm trying to keep an eye on it, like, too. But Danny Brown is a fake dating relationship story, but it's also having to deal with anxiety, which is really great because I have anxiety, so it's really nice to see that represented in a different way a little bit than mine. But still, some parts are the same or similar or like viewable. So that's nice to see. I do remember I liked the first one too, but that was Enemies to Lovers, and Enemies to Lovers and fake dating are like my main tropes because I don't really read romance that often. So I do really like it. Writing style goes really smooth. It's slower paced, but then again it feels medium paced. But if I look at the amount of minutes I read per page, I'm like slower, but the story itself is so much faster. So like there's a lot of happening in a couple of pages, which is what I do really like in romance books. And I'm really curious how this is going to evolve. Obviously, you won't see my opinion in this vlog. My cake is ready, so let's hope that it's good. This is what it currently looks like. I know it doesn't look that appetizing, but I know it's going to be good. Obviously, these Oreos are going to be a little soggy because they were in the batter, so I'm just going to crumble, if they want to crumble, a little extra on it. They don't really crumble that well, or with one hand maybe. Okay, now it just looks like a jar of Oreos. And another thing I'm gonna do, I have to clean my counter after this mess that I made. Chocolate sauce, because I feel like chocolate today. Okay, maybe I should have done the chocolate sauce underneath the topping. It's right now way too hot to eat, so I'm just gonna eat that once it's cooled down a little bit and I can enjoy my book and my chocolate mug cake Oreo type of situation. You know what? I might just burn my mouth, but I'm gonna try it at least. So, it's hot, but it's good. It's hot, but it's really good, and it's, oh gosh. I used to make this mug cake, like, so much when, last winter and, well, fall and winter actually. It just looks, you know, like, how would a mug cake look like? Okay, it's right now Friday the 29th of September, a little over 10, and I finished my 24-hour reading challenge. I started this one last week's Monday? What? Not past Monday, but the Monday before. So it almost took me 2 weeks, or like a large 1.5 week. Well, no, it's almost 2 weeks to finish to read for 24 hours. I do know a lot of things happened, and my brain was pretty much scattered all over the place. So I think I could manage to do it in a quicker way if I actually push myself to read a lot more. But I also didn't want to burn myself out. That's something I said in the beginning of this challenge. Like, I want to try to read 24 hours as fast as I can, but not burning myself out. Okay, I'm currently sitting down actually to film a video. I'm going to be filming my wrap-up and maybe even a book haul that will be posted the next couple of weeks. I'm not sure. I'm being a little bit more back on track with filming and with editing and uploading. So like I said, I'm gonna try, this is the 30th of September by the way, I'm gonna try to upload this video tomorrow, but I don't know if I can because I do have quite a lot of plans today, and it's 9:25, so I have the majority of this video edited, so I could possibly just edit it and upload it straight away, or otherwise upload it tomorrow. Like tomorrow I don't have plans. But I'm gonna do weekly reading vlogs in October, or I'm gonna try to, depending on how my schedule is gonna go. Because I am gonna do like this bookathon, and I planned on not making an actual TBR, but just to roll as we go. So that's the reason why. But I'm gonna talk to you guys about what I've read in those 24 hours, which took me it took me 12 days. So it took me 12 days to read for 24 hours, but on a really low and casual way. That's the way I wanted it to happen, because honestly, if I rushed myself or if I forced myself to read, I was afraid to go back into a reading slump. Could I manage to read it quicker? Probably. Could I push myself to make it an actual challenge? Definitely. But my brain, especially last week, was pretty all over the place, and that's the moments that sometimes I'm really good with reading, but sometimes I have like no intention of reading and no need to read. So that's the reason why I did it on a slow, casual way. And I might do it in a couple of months for like a real hard way, like really challenging myself. Let's just call this video seeing how long it takes me to read for 24 hours, casual timer method style. Or I have no clue how I'm gonna call it, but I'm not gonna call it a reading challenge, because I did not really challenge myself, because I just read when I felt like it and tried to prioritize reading a little bit, but not read all the time that I'm off. So that's that. Currently, I'm going to talk to you guys about what I actually have read, and I'm going to open my bookly for that really quickly. Approximately read 125 pages a day. Most read in a day was 296. I do have to say, they also count ebook pages, because when I only have an ebook version of it, I count it as an ebook page. But that's okay. Average most read in a day was 246 minutes. On my e-reader, I have read a short novella of a Dutch author named Marlies Slegers, which was Grenslos, and I think I gave it 3 stars if I'm correctly, or 3.5 even. Obviously all my opinions have been mentioned in this video. Then I also finished my non-fiction book that I was reading, which was Fuck It, Morgen start ik echt, which was a book about how to not diet, actually, more or less. I mean, it was scientifically proven that diets are actually only making your health worse, but also making you gain weight, except lose weight, and how to like get rid of a diet mentality if you want to. And it was actually really nice. A lot of things that she said I do already knew, but I just thought, you know, it was interesting, it was informative, and I'm just dabbling into the nonfiction world, I think, the last 2 months, so I'm still looking for good nonfiction books. So if you have, doesn't matter which topic, I will just search it and see if I like it or if it's something for me. You can leave down in the comments below what nonfiction book you read. Then the books I physically finished. First off, I finished The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, the third one in the Inheritance Games trilogy. I did really enjoy this one, and I am definitely ready for the Brothers Hawthorne, which is also in my to-read closet, so I really do hope I can read it really soon. And then I also finished Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco, which was a little bit of a slower pace. So I kind of took a little longer with this one. I did enjoy the story. I am pretty sure I won't reread them, but I do really love the covers, so I won't put them for sale or something. And I will definitely also read the fourth one, because they're good one-time reads. At this moment, maybe there is a moment in time that I feel like I want this type of book and I will reread it. But I will definitely just also keep them as long as they are okay with being on my shelf, because I love the covers. And I think the first one I did give 4 stars, so it's not like they're bad. It's just, it's slow paced, and sometimes I miss a little bit of an action element in it. It's like really just slowly doing everything, slowly evolving, and by the end it's a little bit faster, but it's not like I got a really fast paced book. And then I also started Fake Hint Danny Brown, which I'm halfway through with already. I was hoping to finish that one today, but my plans and all the things that I wanted to do today, it's just not gonna happen, and I just know it right now that it's not gonna happen, and that is okay. So if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you want me to do another 24-hour reading vlog, but then trying to challenge myself a little more, also leave that down in the comments below, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!